All right, guys, and welcome back to another episode. Now, this one's going to be slightly different,
Oh, what's he
and I
gonna
have
do
no idea how
now?
this is going to go down. But you know, as a guy who used to be in the corporate world,
Oh
I
my
have
goodness.
decided to make the foolish decision
You
of bringing
can't
that
be
world
serious.
into pro clubs.
What are you
And goodness
doing?
me, is Brexit Britain not going to like this? But
Yeah, no
screw it,
one's gonna
let's just
like
do
this.
it
Are you
and see how it
crazy?
goes.
You are.
Um,
Oh my
yeah,
days.
let's
Get
just see
out
how
of
it
here.
goes.
Hey,
Hmm. All right,
and
team, let's not boil the ocean here. I
boil
just
the
want to level set
ocean.
and walk you through this at a high level, and then we can circle back if needed.
All right.
So, what
So
we're
here.
saying in this game
eh,
is,
eh,
honestly, there's a real opportunity space.
Opportunity space. This is FIFA
All
game, for
right, now
goodness
that
sake.
goal was the result of strong cross-functional collaboration in the final third. We identified a gap in the defensive structure, aligned quickly, and executed against the opportunity. The big picture, high impact delivery, minimal friction. Now, before anyone jumps in, let me caveat this by saying this is just my perspective. If we zoom out for a second, there's a lot of low-hanging fruit being left on the table here.
Is
Like,
football,
this
not freaking
playstyle,
fruit
these
veg.
crosses, it feels
Not Roger
very
Zada
reactive.
Asda.
Not problem first. Oh wow, due to poor performance, looks like this guy's been put on a pip. If I were to replay this for a second, what's really happening is a failure to understand the narrative. Because right
This
now,
is
the
a
ask is
narrative.
clear,
It's just
the
a
timeline is
match.
aggressive, and somehow we're all pretending this is business as usual.
Businesses. Oh my goodness.
Alright guys, let's not beat about the bush here. This is a classic case of misaligned incentives. You've got striker saying cross it in one way, you've got the winger's delivery saying another way, and everyone's kind of hoping it just lands. And to be clear, I'm not saying anyone's wrong. I'm just saying, well, I'm not actually really saying
Why are
anything
you
helpful
talking
here.
when?
By the way, nothing from me.
Nothing from you. What?
Now, just to briefly touch on the goal we scored. You know, it's obviously a great outcome, but I think it's really important we don't get ahead of ourselves here.
Fair enough.
Yes, the finishing was clean, the build-up was positive, and the execution landed well. That said, this is just one moment in a much broader delivery cycle. So from a momentum standpoint, this gives us optionality. It validates some of the decisions we've been making, but it doesn't mean the work is done.
Oh my.
We'll acknowledge it, take the win, and immediately refocus on sustaining pressure. Celebration is fine, but only as it supports the next phase.
I don't even know what to say, to be honest. And besides, the final score was 2-2. I even looking was on screen.
So, alright, the action's coming out of this. So, let's just take this offline and disconnect from the EA servers and pressure test the assumptions that we made.
Pressure test.
Then we can,
Pressure test.
align
Are
on the
you
next
crazy?
steps and reconnect once there's more clarity. I don't think there's any blockers from my side, and other than that, there's nothing from me.
The biggest blocker is your use of long words, mate.
Now,
Just say how it is.
Just to level set on the goal we conceded, I think it's important we don't overreact here. One goal is not a crisis, it's just a data point. If anything, this gives us a great opportunity to recalibrate and refocus on the fundamentals. Yes, alignment broke down briefly, but intent was there. We'll review the tape, identify the learnings, and move forward stronger as a team. That's what Pro Club is about, as a team. And so, I say, as captain of the team, there's no need to panic, plenty of football left in the roadmap. At this point, we're no longer talking about best practices. We're talking about trade-offs. Do we want speed or do we want quality? Because we've aligned on both, but right now, resource for neither. Let's just call a spade for a spade.
Why are you talking like this? Just
by the way,
speak
nothing
normal
from me.
English.
Now, just to anchor this in some numbers,
you,
because it's really important that we get this into metrics for leadership. From an XG alignment perspective, we were actually trending positively for large portions of the match. The scoreline doesn't reflect the underlying story, and I think that's important to acknowledge.
Some of their passing movements have been a joy to watch, and I don't think anything's going to change that.
Geoff Shreves, shut the fuck up.
We didn't necessarily plan for that outcome, but once the opportunity presented itself, we leaned in. Was it pretty? No. Was it effective? Absolutely. So, we'll just take this offline, but for now, that's a positive KPI.
What happened to this guy?
Well, we had to remove him due to repeated poor performance. He was given a pip and he failed that, so he had to pack his bags and leave. On the softer side, stakeholder confidence remains cautiously optimistic. Not bullish, but definitely not bearish. There's broad agreement that the direction of travel is correct, even if the execution window slips slightly. Okay, the KPIs aren't where we want them to be, but they're also not alarming. This wasn't a performance failure, it was a calibration opportunity.
Not KPIs or any of this nonsense. Just say we're losing and we didn't do well. What happened? What been I there?
Anyways, that's all I had. Apologies if I come across as pedantic.
Pet, I don't even know what
Let
that
me know if you
means.
guys disagree or don't. And feel free to send me an email after hours.
Coming
And
or just WhatsApp each
we're
other.
gonna regroup either way. So yeah, nothing from me.
Oh, nothing from you. You just spoke. You just been speaking for minutes.